Hey, what's up everybody, it's Dan here, and today I'm going to be telling you how to take your project from Premiere Pro to DaVinci Resolve and back into Premiere. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so down here I put together a little bit of timeline, and let's just, for this example's sake, pretend it's all done and we're ready to send it to coloring and ready to round trip it on back. So the very first thing that we want to do is want to make sure our timeline down here is selected, and now we're going to want to export this as an XML file. So again, our timeline is selected. We're going to go up to File, Export, Final Cut Pro, XML. Now, even though it says Final Cut Pro, don't worry about that. That's just holding the save data and everything like that, but that is the exact type of file that you're going to want to do. So let's go ahead and save this into my folder I made, which the folder is just the example project. You can save it if you want to. I kind of like to be really neat about this. So we'll go into DaVinci Resolve from Adobe. All right, so let's save it into there. Okay, now we're ready to go into DaVinci, so let's get out of this. Alright, so now that we're in DaVinci Resolve, I gone ahead and opened the project, everything like that, set the parameters and everything like that, the settings, the timeline and whatnot. And on the left here, I already imported the footage that we're going to be using for this example. Now the reason I did that is because I was using proxies in Premiere, and I want to, color and render out the actual Blackmagic RAW files. Sometimes it can have a little bit of trouble if you change the speed of the clips when attaching. So whenever you're doing shooting high speed and bringing it down to 24, a good practice is to kind of already bring these clips in and bring them down to their intended speed. So anyways, now that we did that, we're going to import our XML file. So I like to go Control-Shift-I to import. Now there's our XML. We're going to do that and then open. Okay, so we've got this little dialog box. What we're going to do with these I already clicked. So yes, use sizing information unless you want to resize again in DaVinci. Yes, keep automatically set project settings. This will set your timeline to the timeline in Premiere. And now with this one, it says automatically import source clips into media pool. Now, if you're not using proxies, go ahead and leave this checked. Okay, but if you're using proxies, go ahead and click ignore file extensions when matching. And whenever you hit OK, a little dialog box is going to pop up asking you where the original files are at. Now, since I already put these files in DaVinci here, I'm going to unclick both of these. Alright, so let's hit OK. And hit OK again. Alright, now as you can see, once we did that, here's our exact Premiere Pro cuts that we have. Alright, so this is looking all good here. It didn't mess up or anything like that. So let's color these. Alright, wonderful. We are colored and we're ready to go. So now we're going to go down to Deliver. Now up at the top here, luckily there is a Premiere XML kind of preset. So we're going to click on this guy. And now we are going to export our video. And you can really export it whatever you want. I like to do just uncompressed YUV 422 10-bit. Because that's going to be fine. Keep our data levels to full. And how we're going to get the colors to match from our DaVinci render to our Premiere render is we're going to go down to our cog down here, master settings, and data levels to full. So I've been noticing a little bit of color shifts when that's not been checked off on both of these, but that may vary from user to user. Anyways, so we're all done here, and we're ready to save it. So let's save it to where we want to save it. So again, I'm going to go into our example project DaVinci Resolve and from DaVinci now. So select that folder and let's render it out, okay? All right, we are rendered out now. So let's get out of DaVinci and back into Premiere. Okay, now that we're back in Premiere, we want to take that file that we just did. Now to keep everything nice and organized, let's make a bin and just call it from DaVinci. Okay, now that we're in our DaVinci bin, we're going to import it. So Control-I or just file import, and let's go ahead and just open up our XML file. Now you can see I already did this a couple times. All right, there we go. here's the comp that it made from the XML. So let's just double click on that and look at this. There is our 100% graded clips from DaVinci, and super easy. Alright guys, if you like this video, I'm thinking about doing some more stuff like this, maybe more tutorials and whatnot, so subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll catch you next time.